Welcome back to DataShark Academy. In this lecture, we will start the local cluster on your Windows machine. Okay. In order to proceed with this lesson, you need to have the SDP Sandbox virtual machine installed on your Windows machine. And the instructions for that were given in the previous lecture. So make sure you watch that and install the sandbox on your machine before proceeding with this chapter. All right. So assuming that you have installed the sandbox, this is what we need to start the cluster on the machine. First we'll start the SDP sandbox. Okay. Then we'll start the Zookeeper server, followed by Kafka server, and finally we'll make sure that both the servers are up and running. All right. So in order to do that, let's open the VirtualBox Manager. This is the VirtualBox Manager. Click on the image that you want to start, and I have Hortonworks Docker Sandbox SDP image. It's already running here. So on your side, if it is not running, just right click on it and you will have an option to start it. If not, this show button will also be changed to the start if this image is not running. Okay, so you can either click on this or right click and there will be an option to start this. Now assuming your Hortonworks sandbox image started properly and there is no issue, you should get a terminal window like this one. Okay, it has the SDP version, Hortonworks website URL, and what we are interested is this URL 127.0.01 colon 8888. This is the URL to your Embari dashboard. Okay, so let me copy this one and start the Embari dashboard. All right. Alright, so once you start the Embari dashboard, you'll get a screen like this. On the left hand side, you have a button called Launch Dashboard. Click on it. You'll get this screen to log in into the Embari. Okay. Now, in order to log into Embari, you need a username and password, and both of these are provided in the instructions for installing the SDP Sandbox. So please look into that instruction. Okay. Now let's sign in. Now we are inside a local cluster on your machine. It's not your regular machine, by the way. You won't see a C drive and all that here. It's a local cluster, a server that is running on your machine. And within that virtual machine, there are many services which are running. Okay. And Embari dashboard shows you all the services that are running plus the statuses. Okay. You'll see all these numbers are changing on the right hand side. These are the statuses that are coming from different services. And what services are running, you'll see those on the left hand side. Anything that has a green tick in front of it is the service which is already running. So some services are by default started by Embari, so you don't need to start them again. And some are not started, like Peg, Scoop, HBase. These are not started. Okay, so and we don't need for this lesson also. So what we are interested in making sure that the Zookeeper and Kafka are started. Okay, now Zookeeper is already started by Embari, so even if it is not started, we can do it. Let's click on Zookeeper. Now you see that this Zookeeper server started and there are no alerts, means there are no issues with it. So everything is good. If it is not started for some reason, you can go to the service actions drop down button and start it from here. All right. So Zookeeper is running. We are good with it. Let's look at the Kafka. On the lower left corner, you'll see the Kafka is not running. There's no green tick in front of it. Okay, so let's click on this and we'll start it. Here you can see it stopped. That's the status it has. In order to start the Kafka broker, we'll go to service actions and click on start. It will ask you all this confirm start. So it'll take a couple of seconds to start. Let's give it some time. Alright, so now it's already started. Okay, and we're gonna get a status like started. Although this has not changed, let me see if I can refresh it. Yeah, this has not changed, but the Kafka cluster is running. We can see it from here. Okay, There are no topics, there are no other things as of now. We have not started using the broker, so that's why we don't see anything here. That's fine. All right, so do this exercise on your end, and when you are ready, move on to the next chapter where we'll create some topics and start playing with Kafka cluster. All right, I'll see you in the next class.